Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you to today's weekly career class. I am Samarth, your host, and today we have Ms. Shivani Rastogi. She will be speaking to us about her journey through sports and studies. A brief intro about her. She is a second year BA honor journalism student at Kamala Nehru College, University of Delhi. Interestingly, she is a recipient of the Karm Education Scholarship. She is a Karm Fellow, something she'll be talking about more in this session. And she's also a football player, right? So, as always, we will have a Q&A round at the end. So please feel free to, post your queries on the YouTube chat option. We'll take them up. And without further ado, I will hand over the session to Shivani. So let's go. Hi, Shivani, and warm welcome to you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. Very good evening to you all. I hope all my sports people have saved their energy for my session. I hope to get a good level of engagement and participation from you. So let's start it. So we all are players, even when we don't play. We are players in our lives. The choices we make and the path we choose to play and to cheer with a great victory at the end. So as players, we always stretch ourselves and beyond our comfort zone to get better results. So always push your limits instead of making excuses. So these are all the topics that I'm going to cover in my presentation. I will be discussing about your admission through the sports quota at the well-known colleges of Delhi University for pursuing a career in sports. Then we will look at some scholarships that you can get admission through without any financial burden on your parents. After that, we will talk about the opportunities that you can get in your college year, followed by the career options you can opt for. Then at last is a short journey about how I started football and what skills I have developed in this process. Well, before I start, let me brief about myself. I am from Varanasi and I have completed my schooling at Vidyagyan School, Bulandshahr, UP, on a merit-based scholarship since the sixth standard. I started playing football in the seventh standard. I started it with goalkeeping. So I usually play with boys, and though I couldn't match their skills and speed, it helped me improve my game. So now I am a university football player and a Kern fellow. It's a third year fellowship for girls who want to pursue their undergraduate degree. The vision is to turn girls with dreams to become women with vision. And I believe that getting such fellowship is a dream come true because they focus on the holistic development of the students with more participation, giving mentorship, promoting community service, and of course, building a culture of warmth, love, and affection where each fellow sees their growth along with other fellows. So all those girls who want to take admission in Delhi University should apply for this fellowship so that you can get financial support along with developing life skills. So apart from this, I am a member of Green Green Society, the Eco Club of Kamala Nehru College. We conduct awareness campaigns and cleanliness drives for sustainable use of resources and a healthy environment. I'm an NCC cadet as well. So there is a lot to tell, but let's move further. So entry through sports quota. The first stage is filling out the application form for the CU state exam. The procedure is same as for other students. You just have to fill out an extra fee for sports, which will charge, I think, 100 rupees for one sport. If you're filling out for two sports, then you have to pay 200 rupees. The next stage is appearing for the CU state exam. So though it won't affect much of your admission process because your admission will be based on your skills, like your game. Then comes the final stage, that is admission with or without the sports style. So sports person who have represented India or in the Olympic Games or World Championship or World Cup, Commonwealth Games, Asian Games or Asian Championship, South Asian Federation Games or Paralympic Games or other international games, then you will be given direct admission to colleges based on their preferences. Otherwise, you have to give the trial, and that will be the venue, the date will be updated to you from the Delhi University. Now, in order to fill out the preferences in your sports style, you should know about these colleges that have a good ranking in terms of sports excellence. So there are girls' college as well and the co-ed colleges. So like Hansraj is on the north campus of Delhi. It has a cricket ground, an indoor badminton court, a shooting range, and a gym, lawn tennis, swimming, and table tennis. Hindu College, like it's famous for the cricket team. It also has physiotherapy rooms, changing rooms for physically able sports person. So you can go for it. Like or also Venkateshwar College, like it has many games including netball, air rifle shooting, air pistol boxing, swimming, volleyball, and taekwondo, judo, etc. Similarly, in Ramjas, it has its own shooting range and an archery range with the campus of gymnasium. Like then comes the like Jesus Mary College. It has been receiving the Vice Chancellor's Award, Sports Awardee for the 25 years. So you can go for that also. And like my college, Kamla Nehru College, in terms of football, it has been among the top 3 colleges of Delhi University. So I think in order to fill out the preferences, you can choose any of these colleges so that you feel supported. Like if you are going for athletics or football, basketball, or any other game, you can choose among these colleges. Now, sports scholarship. So like RFYS scholarship, that is Reliance Foundation Youth Scholarship. So this platform encourages emerging talents and nurtures them to become India's next biggest champions. So they also offer various sports scholarships and programs like the Young Champs program, which is a full-time residential program for emerging talent. Then is the Khelo India. Like I have also participated in Football Delhi Women's Premier League. So it's part of Khelo India. So similarly, there are other tournaments as well. So the Sports Authority of India has decided to provide monetary support in the sum of 6,28,000 lakh for every residential athlete training at certified academies under the yearly Khelo India scholarship scheme. They would also include 1 lakh, 12 lakh out of pocket allowance. And then is Indian Oil Scholarship Limited. Like they provide scholarship based on 2 categories. First is scholars in sports. Second is allied scholars in sports. So sir will be giving you some links that you can go through so that you can apply for some scholarship. Now sports tournament. So COVID has taken more than a year and you couldn't get an opportunity to play anywhere. That's of course. But now that everything is over, you can participate in a number of tournaments that are awaiting in your different fields. So since many colleges organize sports festivals, annual sports events, and even tournaments, you will notice in your college years that the list of tournaments will never end. You also get good prizes after winning the tournament. Like if you are an extremely good player, then there are chances of getting selected for the Delhi University team. So like being a part of Delhi University team, it's a good opportunity, but getting selected for the university team is a bit difficult because you have to give trials and showcase your skills to make it to the list of top players. And once you are selected in the trials along with other players, you go on to represent your university. You will be given a university jacket and money for playing each match or race or event. I have represented myself at the university level, but remembrance of that phase just gives me goosebumps because you will see that more than players are standing and only a few will be selected based on their game strength and playing position. So never think that your one day won't contribute to your selection process because every day matters and every day you are being judged and your game is observed. And if you turn out to be the best, you will for sure be selected for the team. The other opportunity you can look out for is to join an Indian academy or club and represent yourself in Khelo India. Like the government has started this scheme to increase sports participation among people who want to pursue their careers. Also in Khelo India, your game might interest the spectators. So if you are an athlete, you will be given the opportunity to represent India in Asian Games or World Championships. If you are a team player, you might be offered a good club with a good stipend. So in order to join a club, you have to check every day for trials. Every club conducted their trials to select the best players. So here too, you will be paid for every match. But be mindful while joining your club, because within the club there is a ranking, and players of certain clubs are preferred more than others in the selection of other big tournaments. So be mindful about which club you are choosing and are a part of that. The other opportunity you can look out for is the state national. You will be representing your state, and if you are in Delhi, you will be representing Delhi, like Delhi. But getting selected for this is a big thing. The announcement of the date and venue will be updated on site, and once you are selected in the trials, you go through vigorous training in the camp. Like in Delhi, we have a Football Delhi Instagram page, so to get all the information about football tournaments. Similarly, for different games, you have different pages, and for that you have to know about it. Like you have to ask from the people, from the sources you know that they are credible. Now, to be on the state team, you actually need dedication and a standard game. They make you play for 3 to 4 hour training, including strengthening exercises, endurance checks, skill tests, etc. You will get more than 150 players standing for the trials, and out of them, only 22 are selected in team games like cricket or football. Otherwise, for individual games based on your team strength, you are selected out of many extraordinary students. So you can understand the level of competition you will face, but I don't want to scare you all. What I will say is to have faith in you and your game. If your game is good, you will definitely be selected. Next is a dream come true. So because representing your country is the dream of everybody who aspires to become a sports player. So you will one day get this opportunity if you are really committed to it. But always remember that reaching that point is not like cup of tea. You have to keep sports above everything else to succeed, and go on striving for success if you really want what you want. Like if you really want to achieve that. Now, I hope that you all believe that there are times when you think that sports are not the right option and want to go for something else. So I would love to know from you all that what are your hobbies and what you actually want to become except as a sports player.
All right, Shivani, I think we can go ahead.
Okay. So let me tell you all that the best thing about sports is that you will find you will find every career in every course you choose. Like I chose journalism, and I can see a career in that. Like why not become a sports journalist? So like you will watch IPL, football, basketball, badminton, or other game matches for free, and you will have the advantage of talking about the game you like to the whole audience. Similarly, if you chose mass communication and have good communication and writing skills, try looking for becoming a sports PR. You will get the opportunity to attend conferences, interact with players, and write about them in the press releases. You will have a good rapport with different media organizations and journalists. I did one of the immersion at Wordsworth for the role of sports PR, and one of the best thing I loved was meeting with the Indian hockey players in one of their Hockey India award ceremonies. And that was the best part of the immersion, because I have always seen the players on television only, and it was the first time that I was meeting them personally. So do explore this career as well. Now, if you chose psychology or PCB or engineering, then you can go for these career options like sports psychologist, physiotherapist, or sports engineering. You can become a sports psychologist by consulting with the players, understanding their behavior, and finding ways to improve their game. But there is one thing to know, like the feedback that I have received from many of my friends is that in India, it's not as prominent as in other countries. So be mindful, like if you want to go for sports psychologist, you have to look out for the foreign countries as well, because in India, it's not that much prominent and you won't get that much stipend. Then you can become a sports physician or physiotherapist, which means that helping sports players heal their injuries to improve their game. So the other option you can look out for is becoming a sports photographer, using both your hobby of photography and playing to build an altogether different career. Otherwise, when you already know your game and its rules, why not become a sports coach? These days, with more encouragement for sports, every school, club, and academy requires a sports coach to teach their students. Therefore, for this, you can pursue a degree at SAI, NIS, or NS from any Indian or foreign university. Otherwise, if you have Olympic, Paralympic, or international participation or a Dronachar awardee with a few years of experience, you can become a sports coach. I think I have spoken too much. So let me hear your opinion about college life. How do you envision your college life experience?
So Shivani will be able to hear from them a little late because it's getting streamed on YouTube, so you won't get live responses.
Okay, okay,
So we can take up the queries at the end.
okay. Now let me share my story. Initially, when I took admission, our classes were online. So, but I was just unaware that is that except for me, everybody has made their friend circle and they used to talk with each other on WhatsApp. When our college was opened, literally I got a big shock and surprise on the very first day of college because I hardly knew anybody. So that day I randomly texted on the group that I was on ground doing my football practice and come here to meet me. So do you know what happened? Like they came and we hugged like each other. We hugged like we know each other so well. And I was just trying to remember their faces and names because it was my first time to know them. Like I didn't know anybody. So, but now when I see the present, I feel that now my college life is full of memories just because of these friends. So college is full of opportunities. You build networks with people by becoming part of different societies. Participate in many co-curricular activities like dance, poetry, band, photography, etc. Also, you learn to negotiate things. Living in Delhi is not that easy. You learn about commuting by metro and bus, booking Ubers, online metro recharges, and digital payments. You become independent and gain more experience through mistakes, just like in sports. Your one failure doesn't determine your success. You participate again, lose, but again you try and gain that confidence back and make it to the victory. So you learn to communicate with people inside and outside of college and do accomplish your task by yourself. So college provides numerous opportunities that stress the holistic development of students. 2 years ago, I was completely different person with little knowledge in mind and limited idea about my career. But through current fellowship and with more sports participation and networking with people from different societies, I feel empowered now. It might be possible that your journey might have bigger achievements than mine, and you can have more experience than me. But yes, there are some lessons from my story that I would love everybody to know, and if they find them useful, can use in their life. So I started playing football in seventh grade when I didn't know how football looked or how people play this game because in villages we rarely see this game to be played by the people. So I joined football as a goalkeeper. I was nearly 12 years old girl and a short heighted. So who of course wasn't suitable for the big goalpost. So everybody underestimated my ability. My coach would again and again ask me to leave, but I said no every time. Then when my team urged our coach to take us for CBC football classes, he rejected it by saying that we don't have the goalkeeper. And I was just standing in front of him and it left me stunned. Actually, my morale just went down at that time. And I started ignoring my coach. I didn't talk to him, but then I made up my mind like I have to do it. I have to prove them all wrong. So I started practicing with senior boys, and under their guidance, I learned diving skills, gripping skills, and jumping skills. Then I would again and again bother my coach for teaching me goalkeeping skills. Then for the first time, he was ready to take us for the football classes. We performed extremely well and made it to the semi-finals, but unfortunately we lost and I decided to give up goalkeeping. But when I disclosed it to my coach, he said, don't quit this. You have huge potential and can do it. That actually made my day because I made him change from can't to can do it. Then what? My journey in football started as a player. I went to CBC Football Nationals, got the best player of the tournament trophy. Then I participated in the Football Premier League and the Football Futsal League. And when I joined college, I joined my college football team that went on for inter-college tournaments, inter-university tournaments, and annual sports days. And of course, I did try for the Women's Senior League Nationals, but I couldn't make it. And I will try next time. So always remember that never question your ability. If you have a firm belief in yourself, then listen to your heart rather than the people around you. Now, why do I play sports? I could have left it when I left the school, but no, I chose football. I followed my passion, and here I'm speaking in front of you all about my journey and how I balance my sports and academics. So never forget one thing, that it's not necessary that whatever you do or take part in be related to your career. Sometimes we should go for things that can cheer us up and simply fill our lives with happiness. I follow my passion, and thus you will always find me smiling and carefree. So though many teachers said that you won't get a career in sports or have any future in sports, but I believe and have personally experienced that sports is much beyond what we see and do on the field. I feel confident, in taking penalties in football because I believe that I can. Similarly, when I take on responsibilities, I believe that it's just the same as taking ownership of the penalty. What differs is the role I have been given. Similarly, sports are something where you are bound to experience failure and lose at some point in time. So instead of losing hope and getting demoralized, it teaches you to accept what you are capable of and encourages you to do better next time. It makes you optimistic. There are studies that suggest that sports reduce the risk of suicide attempts because we learn to accept failures rather than getting afraid. Also, in sports like football, hockey, cricket, football, basketball, and other games, you learn to cooperate and coordinate with your team. You learn to make adjustments and you learn to lead the team. So that's what everybody wants: a responsible and disciplined leader. Sports is already doing its job, so I don't find any reason to quit my game just by giving the excuse that you won't get time to study. It depends on how you frame your brain, and what matters is your perspective towards sports. Because, many people say that it is tiring. I say your brain is making you tired, not your game. I always perform well in both academics and sports because I never felt that way. I wake up every morning at 5 in the morning, do continuous running for 1 hour, then attend my classes till 2:30 p.m. and then have my 1.5 hour prep for from 4 to 5:30. Then go again for my training from 5:30 to 7. Then I will have my dinner and sleep at night. And I still managed to get 95% in 10th grade. So if you think sports are not making you study, I'm sorry, you have to change your mindset. It's your brain who is fooling you. This is just a small video that I want every sports player to watch it because it will boost your morale.
Flip the jam. Flip the jam.
Flip the jam!
moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
So just follow your passion. That's all I want to say at the end.
Thank you so much, Shivani, for such an inspiring session. So now we are in the question and answer round. Right, so I'll ask all of you to post your queries in the chat. So since this is streaming live on YouTube, they'll reply in about 1 or 2 minutes. So meanwhile, I'll ask some questions to you based on your presentation. So you were talking about some of the transferable skills, some skills you gain from your sports journey, and it's really helping you in your life and studies as well. So what is the most important transferable skill for you?
Like what I have learned from sports is taking leadership, because every time you have to take the ownership with the team, and you have to lead the team. Like you have to because there are within the team there are people who are with different behaviors. You have to adjust with them. So what I have learned is to take leadership, and to adapt to new environment with new people, and to just to make friends with anybody who I am just meeting with for the first time. Because when we go on the field for trials, there are players whom we don't know, but we have to talk with them, know their names, just because we have to have a good match. So I have learned to adapt to new environment with new people, and I have learned leadership skills and the confidence to stand up for my rights. Because there are times when referees fouls take place, but they don't give us they don't accept the fouls. So every time we have to ask for them, we have to fight with them. Yes.
Well, thank you, Shivani, for answering that. You also spoke about how there are some challenges, especially women sports players like yourself have to face. So can you talk a little about them, and what would be your tip to such women sports players?
Like when I started football, there were problems. Like there were questions on women's capability, like will you be able to do it? And when I used to play with boys, they always say, don't play, you will get hurt. But I will say that if you have framed your brain, and if you know that you can do it, then I feel that there is no doubt that you won't be able to perform well. But yes, there is a society which always questions how women wears their clothes. Like in sports it happens, like in swimming you can take place. It's and there are times when people like the parents, they don't support it. Like in rural areas, if you see, sports participation is very less because of the opportunity, because they are not getting the opportunity. So there also, if a girl starts going for the tournament or have their training done, so if they are returning back in the evening, then they face problem with the society, asking them where was your daughter, what was she doing. So though there are problems, but I have been like in a residential school, so there I didn't face any challenge. And even here, you can say that there are some times when politics is involved in trials, because there are people who are from good clubs and they are preferred more than you, even though your game is good.
Thank you, Shivani. Thank you. So what would be your tip for students? How can they navigate such issues?
I feel like if I give one example, like in state national styles, though my game was good, it wasn't up to that level as compared to other students. But I saw that the some students, they came on the last date of the camp, and they got the, like, they became the member of the team, so that they, like, there were resources, you like, so I feel that in order to navigate through these situations, you have to have a good game. You have to show that you are better than others, because if your game is good, the spectators will see your game, and they will select you among the top players.
Thanks, Shivani. So now let's move on to the next question. You're pursuing a degree currently in BA honors journalism. So what motivated you to opt for this course only and not any other course?
Actually, as a, like, I'm a football player, so I wanted to do journalism in sports, because I love writing about sports. I have seen the problems that women face. Like, if you talk about the menstruation plays a key role in sports, because it sometimes it affects the women's participation and their game as well. So I want to talk about women who have succeeded in their success, and they are still lagging behind. Like, if you have seen some movies where women sports players are being like sexually harassed, or there are cases against them, like Rocket Reshma, where there were, so just like that, I wanted to talk about the women, like, not only women players, but also the other players as well, so that I can talk it's just that I wanted to talk about the players which I like, and to know what their abilities, their success, to the whole audience.
Great, very inspired to hear that from you, Shivani. Really nice goals you have set for yourself. And yes, so now let's look at some questions from our audience. We have one question from Tina. Apart from infrastructure and opportunities, in what different ways does DU encourage and promote a healthy and growth stimulating competitive environment?
Okay. Apart from?
Apart from, I'll just repeat, infrastructure and opportunities. Okay, I think basically she's meaning to say, apart from infrastructure, what are the things that DU offers that help one to become, competitive, and it basically encourages their growth?
So, like, apart from infrastructure, there are a lot of options that you can look out for in DU. Like, if you are joining the societies, there are people who are doing excellently good in their work. So if you are in if you are getting connected with those people, then you also get the knowledge of how you are connecting with those people, and how you can apply for that fellowship or for the internship. So apart from that, apart from networking with people, you also participate in a number of competitions, like within, like, every college, they organize their fest. So for fest, there are a number of like competitions, like band competition, dance competition, photography competition, reel competition. So there are a lot of competitions where you can participate in. So it actually helps you build that confidence to speak with people and to build network with other people as well. Also, in DU, it happens that students are from diverse backgrounds. Like, they come from different parts of states, and even different parts of states of India. So it happens that you understand their culture, their tradition, their speaking style. So you learn to adapt with the new environment that you are in DU, and also make a good friend circle.
Great, Shivani. So another question from Samiksha. Coming from a background where I didn't get any opportunity to play sports, but now after joining college, I want to join some sport. Is it possible right now? Because most of the time, coaches prefer those who already know how to play.
No, it's not like that. Like, if you want to join sports, you can like come in contact with the sports teacher of your college, and you can talk with her or him. that you want to join you want to join this particular game, and I think they might ask you to give trial, or if or you can simply specify that you are a beginner and you just want to try, and if I'm doing good, I can go for like I would love to represent my college. Like in Kamala Nehru College, it happens that there are first year students who want to join football and they are the beginners. So we love to get more participation from students in terms of sports. So there are like within our football team, there are players who are the beginner and they are extremely doing good. So you can try having interaction with this sports teacher.
All right. Thank you so much, Shivani, for that. So we don't have any more questions from our audience now. So I think we've come. Okay, one question. In your entire journey so far, what has been your biggest fear or limitation at a personal level, and how did you overcome it?
Limitation.
I'll repeat. In your entire journey so far, what has been your biggest fear or limitation at a personal level, and how did you overcome it? I think
Okay.
she's asking in context of career only. So yes.
Like in my entire journey, like when I joined my college, so I was literally unaware which career which should I choose. Though I chose journalism, but still, when you get into the field, like when you attend classes, you get to know a lot of things which you are unaware of. So initially, initially it was difficult for me to understand the course and to know what career is suitable for me, or which in what is the field that I'm interested most. So like even I shared with my teachers as well my concern. So they said that you can go for it, but for this you need to build the confidence. So initially the first limitation that I had is to have the confidence to speak with people. Like even though in during the time of presentation, I used to shiver a lot because I don't have the confidence to speak. So for that, like I started making up my mind that yes, I can do it, because initially it was really difficult for me. I had made my mind that I cannot speak with in front of anyone else because I don't have the confidence. So I started building that confidence through more participation, speaking as much as I can in classes or anywhere where I think that my views are important. So I started building I started working on my confidence building, and then my speaking skills, of course, because my English wasn't that good. So because also, if you are interacting with people, you have to have a good communication so that you can make them understand what you are saying. So for that, I had to work on my communication as well as writing skills. For that, I started reading newspaper, and then one of the best practice that I have been taught by my teachers is that whenever you are reading the text, speak it up, so that it also improves your speaking skills. Also, you understand like where to pause and where to take break and then move further.
Thanks, Shivani. Very helpful advice. So now we have a very interesting question. How did you manage your diet in Delhi? Because as we know, the PG food is, pathetic, and diet is very important for any sports person. So how did you, navigate through such kind of challenges, or were there any more such challenges?
Okay, so initially I was in PG, so it was difficult there because I don't have that much money to buy fruit. But then I shifted to flat. So here, like now, I have a good amount of money to use it on fruit and have like. So what I do is that like on weekends I go to the market and buy as much fruits as I can, because I just eat a lot. So based on my diet, I buy fruits, and then also I eat eggs on daily basis.
Great, Shivani. So, another question. You're managing lots of things all together very smoothly. Please suggest some tips on how to manage society, academic, and sports together.
Okay. So I would say that prioritize your work. Like if within the society there are works that has to be done on a urgently basis, then prioritize that. And if within the sport, if you think that there is a competition and it's coming in between your exams, like recently I got a message from my senior that you can go for this tournament, and it's coming in between my exams. So of course I cannot go for it, but I have to see that whether that tournament is important or not, whether like if you are going for the competition like debate or anything else, then you need to see that how much effort it requires, and based on that you have to decide that which is like which work you have to do at first and then the second. So what I do, like I'm a member of Bean Society and NCC cadet as well. So in like in morning it happens that you from 7:30 only football practice also starts, and at the same time the NCC practice also starts. So what I do is like from 7:30 to 8:30 I go for my sports practice, and then go for my after 8:30 I go for my NCC practice. So after that I attend my classes, and if I miss my class, what is the best thing is to approach your friend, to approach for help, to ask them for the notes they have written in your while the teacher was giving a lecture. So I do that, and then after my college I just come and then write the notes so that I can understand what has been taught in the class. And then also if there are some works in societies as well that you have to prioritize, so see to that also. And the best thing is schedule your timing, like you have to see that this event is coming at on this date, so prioritize that first and then manage your time in that way.
All right. Let's move on to the next question. When a lot of people think about a career in sports, there is this concern regarding opportunities, especially in terms of pay. So do you think there are enough
In terms of
pay, compensation, pay?
okay, pay.
Yes. So do you think there are enough opportunities for someone like yourself who is good at both studies and you have a history, right, of playing in sports, in football? Yes.
So, well, I think like now, though earlier there were not a lot of opportunities, but I think like in different fields, if you will explore more about your sport, like if you explore more about your particular game, then you will see that there are a lot of opportunities that you can go for. Just the problem we usually face is that we are not unaware of it, because there are opportunities like just like the government schemes that are being launched, but the people in rural areas, they don't know. So simply if you explore, you need to come out of that comfort zone, stretch yourself and do as much explore, like you have to explore as much as you can so that you get some idea where you can apply. Like when I was in 12th, I wasn't aware of the number of scholarships that I can opt for. I didn't explore even. It was just by like it was through my teacher who helped me through it. But I would say that always be curious to know things, and then only you will get to know about the opportunities.
Thank you so much, Shivani, for your answer. So I think we have come to an end of this session, and thank you so much to our audience and dear Shivani for coming for this session. It was indeed very inspiring and a very nice presentation. I'm sure it will be helpful for those who are aspiring to be on the same path as yourself. So if you have any queries or doubts, like Shivani was just mentioning, a lot of us are not aware about opportunities, right? So you can reach out to iDream Career. That's our organization. I have posted the contact details in the chat. Feel free to contact us, and we'll map you with a relevant counselor who will help you. And Shivani, thank you so much, and we'll see all of you again next week with another session. Anything you'd like to say, Shivani?
No, sir.
All right, great. And see you everyone. Bye.
Thank you, sir.